Hello everyone, this is an update of my fitness journey for August 2023, and I'm calling it my fitness journey now. I was calling it my fat loss journey, but I changed it to fitness because that's what I'm trying to do. It's not just lose fat, but also retain or even gain muscle, improve my nutrition, all of that stuff. So it's an overall journey to be healthier, stronger, have a more fit body so I can live longer, live a longer, more fulfilling life where, the older I get, I can move around and enjoy physical activities without having pain and all that. Also, I wanted to introduce you to my new website. The link is on the description below, and I built this website with the new software that I'm using. But here in the website, if you go there, there's 3 sections. One is the Honoring Doug section. The other one is my fitness journey updates, and the other one is any fitness related videos. They don't have to be about my fitness journey. It's just things that come up, maybe questions. And so I have playlists, so just go click on the playlist and you will see all the videos. And I'm going to add more stuff to the websites, based on what you guys tell me, if you want some other resources or something. All right. And talking about Doug, in this playlist, you see the last email that he sent me, and also the other video where I talk about the last video call that I had with him. That video call was back in August 11th, 2022. Today is August 11th, 2023. So today is the 1-year anniversary of my first and last meeting with Doug. And, so I learned a lot from him. I'm so glad that I was able to talk to him. And, but when he explained things to me back then, I understood, right? But it's not until you start doing things that you start learning, because then you start to actually see what mistakes you're doing and everything. I'm sad that Doug, he's no longer with us, so I cannot ask him any more new things. But I have been in contact with Mole RB, and he has given me, advice on how to improve my performance of the exercises and everything. Another thing I learned from Doug was that I need to squeeze as much juice as I can from each set. I used to do more sets before because I was just doing lesser intensity on the first set, and then more on the second, then more on the third. But what I've started doing now is just going hard on the first set. And this basically allows me to only do 2 sets. So I've been doing 2 sets when I do a 2-way split. If I do a whole body workout, then I only do 1 set per exercise. So these 2 sets, with this intensity, allows me to stimulate the muscle, and also allows me to recuperate fast enough so I can do it again and train each muscle group twice a week. I eat protein. I eat a lot of protein, not that much. It's more like moderate. I try to lower my carbohydrates, and I also do intermittent fasting. So I start eating after 1 p.m. And but now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to do 2 days of eating until 3 or 5 p.m. Let's see if I can do until 7. I just want to see what happens. But what kind of results have I gotten out of this? So here's a picture of me doing this pose that I like. And I like this pose because it shows the development of my shoulders, my arms, and my trapezius. Of course, I still need to work on the midsection. I'm still carrying a lot of fat, but I see that my upper body has developed better than before. So I'm pretty happy with it. I just need to work on getting leaner. So in my last video, I was talking about the Brig 20, the exercises that Doug recommended based on biomechanics. And there was one exercise for the rear deltoids. So I showed you what is the natural movement of the rear deltoid, which is to pull your upper bone to the back. So you need an exercise that provides resistance to that movement. And that exercise is the rear deltoid cable pull. And I showed you guys this exercise, but then one of you guys pointed out that I was moving this too close to my body, and that is true. I was doing it wrong, and I didn't notice it until I was editing the video, and I was like, hey, I am going too close to my body. So I want to say thank you for pointing that out. So here is the video that I made today, improving that movement. So this time I tried to do the pull on a 45-degree angle, pull my squeeze my rear deltoids and pull as wide as I could to follow the nature of movement. So what allowed me to do this is that this time I picked a lesser weight. I had like what, 15 pounds per side on the last one, and apparently that was too heavy. So I went down to 10 pounds this time, and that allowed me to perform the exercise better. And this brings up another point. The point is using too much weight. So we like to think that using more weight will give us better results. And of course, you know, I would have to say that it looks better, it looks cooler to have a really heavy dumbbell. You're doing an exercise with a heavy dumbbell than with a lighter dumbbell, right? But we have to think about our goals. What are we trying to achieve? Are we trying to lift more weight, or are we trying to stimulate the muscle? So my goal is to stimulate the muscle, and I'm using the Brick 20. I'm only doing the Brick 20 exercises just because I want to see what are the results in my body. I don't want to just lose fat and just look really scrawny, you know. I want to look strong, and for that, you know, I need to focus on my nutrition. I need to focus on the workouts, but I have to keep in mind what my goal is. So although lifting a lot of weight is cool, we have to think that if lifting this heavy weight is actually serving our purpose. So on the last exercise, I was keeping my arms closer to my body, because when you want to lift heavier weights, you tend to move things closer to your body. And you can try it out. If you're doing let's say a dumbbell press and you're lifting a lot of weight, if you want to lift a lot of weight, just keep your arms closer to the body like this. If you want to stimulate the muscle, make the movement as wide as possible. Why is this? Why make it as wide as possible? Because distance amplifies resistance. It amplifies the weight that you're using. This is why when I'm doing the side deltoids, I'm only using 10 pounds or 12 and a half pound dumbbells, and this, you know, feels heavy. On the other hand, I can use 45 or 50 pound dumbbells to do the shrugs. It's just because the shrugs is because the dumbbells are close to my body, right next to my body when I'm doing shrugs. So to stimulate our muscles, we need to give it the most load. So we need to do movements that amplify the resistance that we're using. So if you're doing the dumbbell press and you're keeping your arms close to your body, yes, you can lift more weight, but you're not stimulating the muscle as much. The muscle is only getting a lesser percentage of the load that you're using. On the other hand, if you make it wider, you are, even if you use a lesser weight, you are amplifying the load. This is why also why Doug talked about the squat, and how even though you can squat a lot of weight, the way the body moves, the way the body bends, it shortens the levers of the body, so that way you can squat a lot of weight. But if the goal is to stimulate the quadriceps muscles, you're only getting a lesser percentage of the weight that you're using. So if you're lifting 500 pounds on the squat, even if you get only 30% of that load, that's still a lot of load on your quadriceps. But the problem is that you're also putting a lot of stress on your spine, and if you don't do it correctly, you could fall down and you can hurt yourself. So that's why Doug he never said don't do the squat. He just said that the squat is not as efficient like the CC squat or the leg extension to stimulate the quadricep. And with the CC squat and leg extensions, basically what you're doing, you're allowing the tibia, your lower leg bone, to have a more full range of motion. It allows your quadriceps to be stretched, and it loads the muscle more when you use the right weight. So you can do the squat. I mean, do the squat if you want to. You can do the bench press. Do whichever exercise you want. But if you want to stimulate the muscles, then use an exercise that targets that muscle more specifically. So the thing with using a lot of weight is that some people go to the extremes and they think that the end goal is to just lift a bunch of weight. Now, if you're a professional, you're a power lifter who lifts a lot of weight, but you know how to do it correctly and safely, that's great. But some people, they don't know about biomechanics. They don't know how to do the movement correctly, and they pick a lot of weight, and this is just a recipe to get hurt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, this is a compilation that I created to show you how silly it can be when people use a lot of weight and they're not doing the exercises correctly. So don't be one of these people.
That's, oh my.
So one thing I learned from Doug is that frequency is the key. You have to work out intensely enough, frequently enough to see changes. And this is basically the update for August. I'm gonna give you the update for September next month. On the meantime, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'll make some videos to answer some questions. Thank you guys so much. This has been an amazing journey so far, and I'm quite enjoying it. All right, guys, take care. Bye.